My name is Anya Nazarevich, and this is Alexander Karpa, and we will be your MCs for this evening. Welcome to the 2022 Triennial Congress Awards Banquet. Tonight, we come together as a strong and united Canadian-Ukrainian community to celebrate those individuals who continue to make our voice, who positively impact our communities in a variety of fields. We will also be recognizing youth leaders who share a vision of a brighter and more engaged future.
Сьогоднішній вечір – це час подяки від імені української громади найкращим її представникам на непохитну позицію, унікальний світогляд та визначні ідеї, які роблять наш світ кращим. We now invite Урочистий Choir to sing the national anthems of Canada and Ukraine, so please rise.
Thank you to all award winners for everything that you do. It is because of you and those that came before you and those that will come after you that our community remains strong and will keep growing stronger and stronger. Slava вам і дякую. Многая вам літа. I would also like to thank the chair of our awards committee, Olesya Lucio-Andriovich, and the members who assisted her, Ola Grod and Taras Zalutsky, for all of their work in leading the awards process. It's a huge task. Olesya, you and your team pulled it off without a hitch. Щиро вам дякую. Бажаю вам всім приємного вечора. Слава Україні!
One of the key takeaways I want to share with you is obviously we acknowledge the tremendous sacrifice of the soldiers who are on the front lines fighting for Ukraine's sovereignty. But I also, so when I was in my new portfolio, I get to visit people who are working in the displacement camps or other places helping Ukrainians. And there was volunteers who were on shifts supporting all the people who have been displaced and the most vulnerable. We're talking about women, children, the elderly, people with special needs. And the volunteers were there. And every time they talked about it, saying, oh, it's almost talked in a way that what they were doing was not good enough because, they're not on the front lines. And I shared with them this. And I shared with them, I said, listen, the work that you're doing is just as important. And I can assure you, actually, I have met many of the soldiers over the number of years, and I know they appreciate what you're doing. Those volunteers are supporting the families of the soldiers who are those families who are having to move into different locations, and to give peace of mind to the soldiers knowing that their families are looked after. So that reflection I want to give on to you, that you have people who are doing their work, but also still volunteering to look after Ukrainians who they've never met before. And that was something that I wanted to take away and a message to them, because tonight is what this is about. All of you are part of that. You're making a difference for all of them. You're giving them the energy, the support for them to go on, that what they're doing there, it matters. So I wanted to share that reflection with you, and I just want to have Yvonne share his reflection as well.
Sure, thank you, Mr. Slava Ukraini. So first off, thank you very much to the Ukrainian Canadian Congress, to all of the organizers for putting on this wonderful conference here over the past few days and for having us. I want to also congratulate all the award winners on your service. Thank you. I also want to share with you, and the minister took the opportunity to thank the ambassador. I have to take an opportunity to say something about the minister quickly, which is just that this Minister Sajan is now Minister of International Development. He's responsible for the over $300 million that Canada is investing in humanitarian aid in Ukraine. But he used to be a Minister of Defense as well when Operation Unifier was launched. And we talk about those 33,000 soldiers that are now on the ground, that were trained by Canadian forces. This is the man who led the portfolio that helped make that happen. So just briefly on the trip, I will say we were there to show Canada support. We were there to learn about how Canada can help as much as possible. I think what we learned was that there's so much need, from supporting the refugee and the internally displaced people, to preparing people for the winter, to food security, and so much more. But I will tell you this, we were there in the days after the missile strikes a couple weeks ago, when Putin bombed all cities across Ukraine. And when I got there, I was a little concerned. I was worried about how would the Ukrainian people receive this. And they were more, every single group I think we met with said, we're more committed to win, we're more resilient, we're more determined, we're never going to let this go, we're going to win. So that's the first takeaway. The second takeaway, and I just want to share this story about what happened to us, we visited something, a leadership academy, where the minister had a conversation with young people. And he took many questions. And there was one young man at the end who asked a question of the minister. He said, is Canada going to be with us until we win? Thank you.
We need to work for the victory. And sometimes it is hard. But each time when I myself feel that I'm tired, that I want to cry, I wear the bracelet. It's done from the last part of the steel in Azovstal. Azovstal is the biggest steel mill in Ukraine that was totally bombed by Russians in Mariupol and totally destroyed. For 64 days, brave Ukrainians, defenders of Azovstal, together with hundreds of civilians, spent in the basements of the Azovstal, protecting Mariupol and Azovstal as the last piece on our sovereign territory. And each time when I'm tired, I look on this steel, I look on this Ukrainsky herb, on this bracelet, and I personally tell myself, you still have things to do, because these strong heroes, and many of them, unfortunately now, are captured and imprisoned in Russia. They stand strong. They were protecting each meter and centimeter of our Ukrainian territory. And I would ask you to make a rule for you. Each time you wake up in the morning, you ask yourself what today you can do to support Ukrainians' victory. And I wish you every evening, while going to sleep, be satisfied that you've done something for our victory. Slava Ukraini! For the victory!
We'll now welcome back to the stage Olesya and Olya to present the UCC Leadership Awards.
For the Leadership Awards is Yaroslav Boris. Дякую, Славко. Oksana Kuzishin. Дякую, Оксана. Андрій Микельчишин. Дякую, Андрію. John Moskalik. Johnny. Дякую, Іване. Катруча Смоланець. Дякую, Катрусю. Галина Винник. We also have one award winner who was not able to join us, and that's Irene Voshchuk.
Галю, ми щиро вітаємо із нагородою. Отож, яка це нагорода?
Дякую. Це є Award за Leadership. Моя нагорода – це нагорода для наших обох організацій – Ліги Українок, Ліги Українців Канади. Це не тільки я одна на цю одну нагороду працювала, це ціла громада, тому що ніби ти можеш там ініціювати щось, а виконати, чи хтось ініціює, а ти сам виконати не можеш. Тому це нагорода для мене, в першу чергу для наших організацій. А в другу чергу ми працюємо на перемогу України над страшним ворогом, над перемогою у цій геноцидній війні. І тому дякую за привітання і працюємо далі до перемоги.
Дякуємо, і форум ТВ щиро тебе вітає.
Дякую щиро, дякую.
Слухайте, я хочу цілу українську громаду дякувати, що дали мені таку нагоду співпрацювати, дати свій час, щось робити. Я думаю, що кожен з нас має цю силу щось робити. І за те, що вони мені дали нагороду, я не знаю, що казати, але я і надалі буду працювати для добро громади. Дякую.
It's time for us to celebrate the recipients of the 2022 Shevchenko medals. Please welcome again the UCC Awards Committee and Alexandra Kishi, Alesha, and Olya to present the Shevchenko medals.
Today we celebrate the leadership in our community. And these awards are the Taras Shevchenko Awards. They are the highest award provided by the Ukrainian Canadian Congress. We have an opportunity with the awards always to do organizations. The first is Shumka. Receiving the Shevchenko Award is Pani Darka Tarnowska, the Executive Director of Shevchenko. Thank you, Darka. Next, we have UNO. As you've heard, UNO celebrated their 90th anniversary. We have the national president, Yuri Klufas. Can I please ask all representatives of UNO to please stand?
Oh, you're ready.
The next award we have is for the Honorable Lloyd Axworthy. Unfortunately, he is unable to make it this evening, but he has asked specifically that Irka Balan accept his award on his behalf. The Shevchenko Award medals looks at many different types of individuals in the community. We look from academics to community development, culture and arts, and public service. The next two gentlemen, I will call them one at a time, come from the athletic community. So please welcome Wayne or Dave Babbage. D comes before W, so Dave Babbage. Our next recipient is Wayne Babbage. Next award winner, many of you would know, Yars Balan, who is... Please welcome Victor Hetmanchuk. Can I please call upon Andriy Latyshevsky? Our next recipient, I'm sure many of you might have ikonas in your living room or your bedroom, Pavlo Lopata. Our next recipient is also well known for his community work, Taras Pizzamatsky. Our next award winner, known for his philanthropy and assistance and leadership, is Leslie Salnick. Our next recipient is very well known in the Sum community, is a leader in the education of our youth and leaders in the community, Irena Shust-Dankovic.
Пані Ірко, вітаємо вас із Шевченківською нагородою. Яке ваше відчуття?
Це є дуже велика честь, і я є дуже задоволена. І знову, це є дуже велика честь, я є дуже заворушена з цією великою нагородою.
А кому ви хочете подякувати?
Я хочу подякувати усім, що разом зі мною працювали і разом працюють з молоддю. І ми постійно стараємося виховувати українську патріотичну молодь. І я це сама не роблю. Дуже багато людей працюють на цю ціль, і я також їм вдячна.